All right, properties of exponents and radicals. While these are all one set of notes, please also know that you can kind of divide them up where we do simplifying and multiplying first. Make sure that you understand those things, and then we will move into adding and subtracting. So this may be one where you take a break in between, practice some with the multiplying, and then come back to the adding and subtracting. Just putting that statement out there in the beginning because it is a little bit of both. You have your properties here. You theoretically learn these properties in Algebra 1, but you had geometry in between, so some of us have forgotten what we do. So you have, remember when you have things being multiplied, you add the exponents. When you have things being divided, you subtract the exponents. When you have base power to a power, you multiply. And then if you have everything lifted to a power, that means that you do each separate thing to a power. And then last, if you have a negative exponent, it goes down to the denominator as a positive. So if we look here, we have the same base. So that means we're going to add the exponents. We're going to write 81 to the 5/6 plus negative 1/3. You can put that in your calculator if you really hate fractions that bad, but that's the same thing as 5/6 minus 2/6, because 1/3 is the same thing as 2/6. 5 minus 2 is 3. So that's 81 to the 1/2 power. We know that from our last section that's the same thing as the square root of 81, which is 9. Okay. They could get even messier. So here's an example. I'm going to work on the inside first. So I have x to the first power and then x to the 1/2 in the bottom. So first thing I'm going to do is do x to the 1 minus 1/2, because I subtract the exponents when the bases are the same. I can only do that for the x guy. Y cubed is just chilling. Okay. The 2/3 is also just chilling for right now. So 1 minus 1/2 is 1/2. Okay, so that got rid of the fraction. And then a power to a power, we multiply. So when we multiply fractions, top times top, so 2 times 1 is 2. Bottom times bottom, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and then for y, we have 3 times 2/3. So actually the 3's will cancel and I'm just left with y squared. This becomes x to the 1/3 y squared, which becomes the cube root of x times y squared. Oftentimes we like to put the y squared in front. Let's see. Yes. So there's an example of simplifying with all of the rules. Take a breather, ask questions, star questions that you need to ask Miss Ridner over here for the next time you see her, and then meet me back for some multiplication.